Is brought to you by Mulch to Go, Harrodsburg's home for bulk and bag mulch. 100% natural, no waste wood, local delivery available. Located at the corner of South College Street in Beaumont.
Cloudy skies tonight. Could see some heavy rain at times and a low of 67. Chance of showers off and on tomorrow with a high of 81. Tomorrow night, showers likely, possible thunderstorm, a low of 65. Chance of showers on thunderstorms on Wednesday, otherwise partly sunny, high of 80.
Hey, sports fans, huddle up. It's time for the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, a weekly football show with the high school head coaches at Danville, Boyle, Mercer, Garrett, and Lincoln counties, along with the Center College head coach and UK football coach. The Pigskin Report, brought to you by Pizza Hut in Harrodsburg. Earn free pizza with Hut Rewards. State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Job Master Rental, let them help master your job. CC Auto Parts and Service, an Auto Value Certified Service Center. Now with the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, here are your hosts, Rick Schobel and Joe Mathis.
Good evening from the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut, home of the
what is giving you dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us what the special is here, Joe.
Well, the special for us today was a hamburger pizza.
Oh, good, too.
Very good. On thin crust.
Yep.
It was awesome. But you can get two medium one-topping pizzas. Now, you got to get two for the deal. If you get two medium one-topping pizzas, $6 each, $5.99 each, so that's a great deal. You can get a large up to 5 toppings. I think it is for $12.99, and a large 3-topping stuffed crust for $13.99. Now, make sure you call and double-check me on that, because that's a Harrodsburg Pizza Hut special just here. That's not, I don't think, something you can maybe get online and look up. But the number to dial is 734-5143. That's 734-5143. Those deals are good for pickup or for a dine-in. They are not good for delivery. So you got to take advantage of those deals. Either pick up or dine in.
We went 4-3, Joe. Well, we're over 500 at least this week.
Another week where we had multiple area teams playing each other, though. We're going to have it again this week with Danville and Mercer playing each other. So eventually we'll give ourselves a chance to go unbeaten, but it's going to be later on in the season when we get into district play.
Yep, and district play will be coming up here in a few short weeks as the season is officially. Now we got Friday night football at least again, where we had the bowl games and they're on Saturdays, and it just sort of doesn't seem right in a way.
It's crazy to think this Friday is game number 4 of the high school football season. They only play 10 regular season games, so after this week we're nearly halfway through the football season.
That doesn't
doesn't seem right, does it?
No. That's just flying by again, another season. We waited so long for it, and now here it's
gone the snap of a finger.
Yep. Well, after this timeout, Joe, we're going to be talking with Coach Stoops, see what he has to say after his great big win over a mighty MAC team. Of course, they drew this up. It was going to be, such a big, tough effort. That just shows that when they don't beat them real bad that, people don't get upset with them.
Yeah.
And then Center College coach, and that was an interesting game they had. And those are coming up right here from the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. It's the Pigskin Report. You are getting it live on AM 1230 and FM 103.9, AM 1420, and FM 99.5. And if that's not enough, we're at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
Night. Touchdown! 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 Kentucky! Coach Stoops and the Cats begin SEC play under the lights in Gainesville.
This is it!
Florida Gators and your Kentucky Wildcats.
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5 with kickoff at 7.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats and the hits. Is WRNZ FM Z105.
Great! See, we're practically sitting on the field.
If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes!
For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrodsburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch. In Danville, see Bob Miller.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Hey, this is Matt from Job Master Rental. Most of us may have some weekend free time, so when you find yourself looking at a home project, come see us at Job Master. We'll get you the right tool for any job. We can help you tackle home improvement projects to major construction and everything in between. Take advantage of our weekend special, 1-day rental from 3 p.m. on Friday to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. From all of us at Job Master, go Rebs. Visit us at jobmasterrental.com. We have 2 convenient locations in Danville and Lebanon. Let us help master your job.
Whitaker Bank is dedicated to providing exceptional banking experiences to our fellow Kentuckians. We live in the communities we serve, and we work diligently to serve the needs of our neighbors. This is Rita McIntyre, head teller and branch manager of the South Branch located at 928 South College Street in Harrodsburg. Stop in and let us put our experience and customer service to work for you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
You're getting it on WHBN and WHIR. It's the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. Then you get 2 medium pizzas. They're what, $5.99 each, I think, if you get both of them?
Yep.
All right. Well, let's go college-wise. Then UK coach Stoops, you get a win against a MAC team, Miami of Ohio, 37-13.
Good to get the victory. It's easy for myself, for the coaches, for our team to be aggravated by things at times, but you have to be appreciative of getting the win. We know in week 1 there's a lot of things that you need to get cleaned up. We've been playing and competing against ourselves for a long time, through this camp, through spring. It's really nice to play somebody else, a very good team that's going to win a bunch of games, that has a tough non-conference schedule, but they're a well-coached team. And we knew that. And coming out of it, I feel that way even more. Our team, I felt like we did some good things at times, and obviously we've been inconsistent. Things in the protection, we got to get cleaned up. And, just different movements, different twists, communicating, straining, passing some things off, and cleaning up some protection will help us greatly. Felt like early, like we had some drives and didn't capitalize, get it in the end zone. We need to do that. It got stopped on 4th down. So, just a lot of things to improve on. But appreciate being 1-0 in our team and the way they're going about our business. As I told them, we need to be more excited who we are and play with that, a chip on our shoulder and the attitude. And I just felt like, the preparation's been solid. I've told you that as I've talked to you, but it's kind of like and I mentioned this Thursday, you never know whether it's just business-like or, kind of going through the motions. And at times, even with a good victory, I just didn't feel like the edge or the attitude and the chip on our shoulder was there all the time. So we need to learn from that. We need to improve. I think the good news is you saw some guys that we mentioned, some older guys play very well, and then some youngsters step up and really flash and show you how athletic they are. So the future bodes bright for the for years, but in particular for this year to get better. And we have a lot to do between week 1 and week 2. Going on the road next week, we better play better. We just need to get it corrected. We need to be who we are. And play with some energy, play with some enthusiasm, and it shouldn't be up to others to dictate how we play.
And as Coach Stoops, they better get their act together and play better against Florida. They're not going to have a chance. All right, let's stay in the college ranks. And Center College Coach Fry, it was not a lightning quick game against Hanover. It took you 2 days to play, but you came away with a 31-29 win.
Yeah, it was, we always talk about good football teams, hopefully, overcome adversity. And, we stood around for 3.5, 4 hours, and finally they called the game. And I think there was a lot of frustration on our players' part because then, we have to go back. And then we have to turn around early morning and come back again. As a head coach, you think of all the scenarios, of how, what attitude they're, are they feeling like they want to come? I mean, it had to get to the point where he's, do you guys want to go back and win, or you don't want to get on the bus? So, and I was pleased when we got up in the morning for our pregame. I could tell the kids were really wired in, and we certainly played a lot better the second half than we did the first half. So that was a good thing.
What was the score when the game was delayed?
They were up 13-10, and really we had not done well. I think we had 2 turnovers. They had already had 3. It was a really sloppy first half, quite frankly. I never felt like we were in sync. You just didn't feel like we were playing with the urgency and the techniques and the fundamentals that you're constantly trying to coach these guys through. I mean, we were making mental errors, and that, you left there at the half and went home. You just didn't feel good about how we played the first half. But I really was, again, reiterate, I was pleased by how they came back in the second Sunday, and just, I could tell they were just different. The focus was different. Their intensity was different. And, you have to practice overcoming adversity. You can talk all you want about adversity, but until you have to practice it, and then you feel the accomplishments of overcoming it, by, having a great attitude about it, attacking the adversity. We always say that, attack it, and that you have to attack it mentally. And, I think we did that, and I think that's why we came out ahead.
How about the health of your team after the game? Everybody okay to go?
Well, we'll see today. I mean, we took the day, the NCAA forces you to take a day off, which I think is wise. And so we had to take Monday off. I mean, I jokingly always said a lot of you guys always want to, a lot of kids when they grow up, they want to play on Sunday. Well, you got to play on Sunday. But, so we didn't do treatments till they got back, and then we can't see them until tomorrow. So I don't know where we are exactly. I know we're probably going to have to go a little light tomorrow because, you play two games in 2 days and then turn around and want to practice. You don't want to beat up your body.
And you play Saturday night at Danville Admiral Stadium. Is that a 7 o'clock kickoff?
Correct.
And you got Maryville coming in. What do you know about their offense?
They're much improved. I think they have a freshman quarterback that I think can extend plays. He's a freshman, but he's got some skill. I mean, he can beat you with his feet. Maryville always has talent. I mean, they always have speed. They're just a better football team. I have a lot of respect for Ben Fox. Ben was our offensive coordinator for 3 years, and I think he's an outstanding recruiter. And he's an East Tennessee guy. So he knows the coaches, knows the area, and I think he's picked up some really good talent. They're just a much improved football team. So it's going to be a game.
Do they have speed?
Oh yeah, they're fast. Yeah, they're fast. They're just they're a typical Maryville team that plays aggressively. They play hard. Yeah, it's a different type of school. I mean, it's a good school. It's just not center, but it's a good school. There's some of those people I like to have. I don't think I could get them in admission, but they serve their purpose. It's a really, really good regional institution that provides a great education for that area, and Ben certainly is exploiting it.
What defensively do you think they're going to try to throw at your offense?
Well, I think what they'll try to do, he knows, he coached Nick Osterman, who's now our quarterback, and I think he's going to make Nick, he's going to force Nick to throw the football. I think he's going to load the box and make sure that we don't develop a run game and force him, put the onus on him. We have some playmakers. We have some good football players. But I know how he thinks. He's going to put it on Nick. He's going to force Nick to beat him. And, I believe Nick can do that. He's getting all the reps now. He's getting better. I mean, he was a lot different football player the second half on Sunday than he was Saturday. So I expect him to just improve every week.
Keys to a center victory over Maryville Saturday night.
I think it's the old cliche. I mean, we're going to have to contain their quarterback. I think we've got to force him to make decisions. He's a freshman, but he is talented. He's athletic. I think the special teams, we certainly got to keep getting better at that. I was really pleased with our kick return. It set up, a couple scores for us, and I was pleased to see that. I think we got to handle them up front. We got to put pressure on the quarterback, and then offensively, we just got to execute. Just do what we're coached to do. Do those things well, and this will be a tight game. They lost a thriller against Berry College last week, and so I think they'll have them up, and it'll be a good football game.
As Center College head football coach Andy Fry, we go from the college ranks in Center College to the high school ranks in Lincoln County, where we start off our high school talk with Coach Josh Jaggers in Lincoln County. And Coach, your Patriots had a tough one Friday versus Pulaski, 36-14.
They're legit. They're a well-oiled machine. Just everything about their program. What Coach Hines has going on down there is, truth be told, I think something that all of us that are coaching and or just starting out at a new program aspire for their programs to be. They're a picture perfect image of what continuity. I think he's been there 24 years. He has just built that program. It didn't happen overnight. He was telling me that the other night. Just really words of encouragement about our kids. All the positives here at Lincoln County that have always been here. But no, they, I'm not a big rankings guy, but there's something to it with those guys. I think they're, top 15, 12 to 18, depending on whatever polls you're looking at in the state, regardless of class. And they proved that the other night. But I was really proud of our guys, too. I mean, we did a lot of good things. We really did. And in some ways, we played better in a lot of facets than we did against Casey County. So, there's definitely a lot of bright spots on our end as well.
You opened up the second half. You got a scoop and score, 11-yard touchdown fumble return, and then later on in the game, the last play of the game, you got a touchdown from Sawyer Horton to Elon Lane. So, Coach, let's talk about those kind of late game touchdowns. It was a running clock, but how important is it for your guys to kind of build confidence on those late game scores and say, you know what, we're not far out of this, we're not far behind some of these teams. We can score and keep with these guys as well.
You said it. It's just a confidence booster. And, it was one of those things where they didn't really clear their benches until later on in the game. I mean, that third quarter, we came out, and that's what we challenged the guys at half. Like, the effort and the energy thing, that's where this is right now. And we can't coach that. I don't know anybody that even Nick Saban, he talks about it. He can't coach effort. It's got to be something internal. And the way we bowed our backs and came out there that second half and just really truly went toe-to-toe with them. Like I said, they didn't start mass substitutions until a few minutes left in the game. Do we have a killer schedule? Yeah. That goes without saying. It's got to be 4A below. It's got to be, one of the toughest that there is. But it was a great confidence booster. And nobody's in for moral victories, but at the same time, you'd be ignorant not to point out the silver linings of what you're able to do as well.
Yeah, I was looking at you all schedule, Coach. Out of all the coaches we talk with on this Monday show, you all probably have the toughest four-game start out of any of the area teams. You started off with Danville, who looks much improved, Casey County with Ethan Willoughby, certainly one of the better players in the area, Pulaski County, and now you got Bell County, another blue blood on Friday. Yeah. This is a home game for you all, Coach, but what do you know about this Bell County Bobcat team?
They look like Bell County, Coach Hilton, they do what they do, and they're going to line up and just take it to you and see if you can handle it. But, athletic, skilled kids are, and then they've got their offensive line is extremely physical. And, they were off last week, but they've had two games against two people that have proved to be pretty good. Obviously Knox Central knocked off Bell last week. Knox Central's much improved and returned quite a bit from last year. Then you got, they beat a good North Laurel team, because North Laurel goes and knocks off Johnson Central last week. So, the road definitely doesn't get any easier. But, you as a competitor, you embrace games like this. I mean, this is, it's told the guys the other night, as a fellas, I said, we're not playing horseshoes and hand grenades here, so we, ifs and almost and all that stuff. I said, but the fact of the matter is, you're a good football team, and don't you let anybody tell you different. I mean, you're 3 Rudy Poos from being 3-0 right now and feeling on top of the world. So,
yeah,
or 3 average football teams right now from being 3-0 right now. And I said, you played anything but average, but better get used to it because that's what it's going to be, especially from here on out. Really, I mean, it's loaded up. But as we say, and as the old saying goes, iron sharpens iron.
Coach, what's the keys to a victory Friday against this good Bell County team?
Well, I was proud to see the other night we got the turnover. We won the turnover battle. And something that's been hurting us too is I think is probably one of the most overlooked aspects of high school football. College and NFL. You got guys. I mean, it's not so much, but because everybody's pretty even across the board in this area. But our field position has really just put us in a bind. Be it when the other team scores and they're kicking in the end zone and we're having to start on the 20. But winning field position and turnover battles and then just taking the fight to them because they're going to be physical. I mean, Bell County, that's how they operate. I mean, when you think physical football teams across the state every year in, year out, I mean, they're one of the first ones that come to mind. But we have shown that as well. So we went in the line of scrimmage up front and just start executing on little bitty things that are so correctable and we are getting better at. And then winning the turnover battle and then field position, I think some good things are in store for Friday night.
That's Lincoln County head football coach Josh Jaggers, and the Patriots have got the Bell County Bobcats on Friday night. That is a game at Lincoln County. We are live at the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut, home of the two for $5.99, $5.99 each, one topping medium pizza. You get 2 of those for $5.99 each. Spit it out, it's a mouthful, literally and figuratively. Coming up, we've got Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix, Garrett County head football coach Spencer Crutchfield here at the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. We are live every Monday from 6 o'clock until 7 right here with the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut Pigskin Report on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
CC Auto Parts and Service.
CC Auto Parts and Service is open for your service and parts needs. CC Auto Parts and Service are offering pickup and delivery for all your auto repairs as well as parts. They have a pay over the phone option if needed. CC Auto Parts and Service are concerned for everyone's well-being and are doing their best at keeping a sanitary and healthy environment. Give them a call at 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
Rising prices are everywhere, from the gas pump to your electric bill. Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives understand that these times are challenging. That is why we're doing all we can to keep your rates competitive and service reliable. We also have programs that provide options to help you manage your bill. To learn more about what we're doing for you, go to togetherwesaveky.com. Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. togetherwesaveky.com.
This is Jesse Johnson, Senior Vice President of Whitaker Bank's newest branch located in downtown Danville at 218 West Main Street. Whatever your banking needs, Whitaker Bank is here to help. Give us a call at 859-236-9822 to discuss your options and let us put our experience in customer service to work. We look forward to speaking with you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Great seat. We're practically sitting on the field.
If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes!
For the same price as way up here, great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrodsburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch. In Danville, see Bob Miller.
Ever notice how happy a bird looks perched on your power line? The reason the bird can sit on the power line is that he isn't touching the ground or any other grounded object. We, on the other hand, can't afford to be so carefree. So when you're working outside, the folks at your local electric cooperative remind you to avoid power lines. Always look up and to all sides before hoisting metal ladders and tree pruners into position. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
And back to the Harrisburg Pizza Hut. You can get the 2 medium pizzas, $5.99 each. You come by, have it ready to take home, or you eat in right here. Phone number is 859-734-5143, 734-5143. Open till 10, Sunday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday till 11. All right, let's head over to Boyle County. Coach Haddix, your first game against Danville, you come away with a 41-7 win. Great crowd and great atmosphere for Titletown, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was great for our community. I feel like our kids, that's something that, they get to see, and, just a great environment for football.
And looking individually at your offense, Sage Dawson, 9 out of 17, 105 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 1 rushing touchdown. Another good game.
We got to be more efficient there. Obviously, 9 of 17 is not where we want to be. Had some other things, but he did some good things, too. He completed a deep ball. They pressured him. He took off and scored. It's what we wanted. Obviously, we don't want to turn the ball over. But, he's having some growing pains right now, and as a group, we got to get in a better rhythm.
Cole Sims caught 2 touchdown passes, Quisenberry a touchdown catch, and a touchdown pass. That was a great call.
Yeah, I think he had a run, too, didn't he?
Yes,
so
he had a touchdown. Yep, he had a rushing touchdown as well.
Yeah, that was something with him. You got to honor the jet sweep and him getting the ball in his hands, and he's played quarterback before, so we kind of took advantage of that. Just a smart kid. He's fun to have to get to play things and do that with.
And Quisenberry led your team, 91 yards rushing and a touchdown. Bodner had his usual workman's day, 77 yards and a touchdown. But now we look at the defensive side, Coach. Avery Bodner, 2 interceptions. Dalton Stone, 9 tackles. Brock Driver, Tommy Ziesmer, Avery Bodner, 2 tackles for loss, and Jace Crow, 1.
Yeah, our defense has to be our constant, and I feel like, Avery and Dalton Stone kind of get overshadowed a little bit, but, they're players, they're leaders on our team. They've been he's been a captain basically every game so far, and they kind of bring it in practice each week. They bring it for our team. So, they may not have the stats and they may not have all the flashy stuff, but, they're the leaders and the backbone of what we do. And they set the tone for us each week.
Talk about special teams. You had 1 interception, 2 fumble recovers, 1 by Brummett and 1 by Wise. And what can you say? Cole Andrews, 5 for 5 in extra points. That had to make you feel good. And him.
Yeah, I feel like our operation times get better. Obviously, on kickoff, we got to do a better job directional kicking and covering. I feel like we gave them too good a field position. But, all things considered, I felt like it was pretty good.
All right, and you've got Henderson County coming in. They're averaging 52 points a game. They're 2-0. You beat them 48-14 last year, but you got to throw all that stuff out.
Yeah, they returned, I think, it's something crazy of 18 or 19 starters out of 22 off last year's team. So they've got a quality team coming back. A lot of those guys, they're really good on the line of scrimmage. They're big, and got a kid committed to Purdue. Got another kid's got some offers. Big kid, 300 pounds. They got a left tackle at 6'4", 265. I mean, they look really, really good. They've got 2 backs that are really good. They're not the biggest guys, but they are players with the ball in their hands. And, it's going to be a challenge for us this Friday.
Yeah, the quarterbacks are combined just 5 for 8 for 40 yards. But, again, the power obviously is their line. The running backs have 3 touchdowns each and 9 touchdowns rushing in 2 games.
Yeah, they're a dominant rushing attack. They can throw it. They do have some guys they can throw the ball to, but they've not had to, and they're not gonna. They're really well coached. They get to the ball. They play to the whistle. 6A team out of there. They're 2-0. I feel like they're going to be probably one of the top teams in their district over in the western part of the state.
How is a healthier team going into this game?
Yeah, we're good.
everybody's got a few beats and bruises now, but I think we're getting healthier. We had Houston Bird coming back, which he was a kid on the line. That should help a little bit. He's a senior. So we've got some guys coming back and hopefully getting healthier and healthier.
What's their defense liable to throw at you?
They're a little different than they were last year just on the front. They're mostly a four-man front. They will get some odd stuff, trying to play. They do some split field stuff in the coverage aspect, but they play a couple of those running backs are playing in the secondary, and they're really good athlete. And then obviously their D-line is really good. They got the kid going to Purdue who he had offers from everybody. He's Sadiq Clements, I think is his name. And, he is a dominant defensive lineman.
Will you try to have to kind of double team him, or you just wait to see how the matchup goes?
We'll just have to see how the matchup goes. That's something as the game goes on. Obviously, we'll have some things planned for him. You always, you don't want to let that one guy beat you. So we've got some things that we can do, but it'll just be how the game goes, and we'll have to make adjustments as we go.
Special teams, how do you match up?
I feel like, they've not had to punt the last 2 weeks, and so we really don't know what their punt team looks like. Kickoff and kick return. Obviously, they did a lot more kickoff than they had kick return, so we've got to do a great job covering, but then, we've got to do a better job, putting the ball where we need to, and we can't give them great field position.
Last question, Coach. Keys to a Boyle County victory over Henderson County at 8 o'clock kickoff. We want to make everybody know that. It's 8 o'clock kickoff. What's the keys to a Boyle victory over Henderson County Friday night?
We got to limit the big play. Can't let them, one big play us and score. We've got to take care of the football. You can't turn the ball over. Good teams don't beat themselves and turn the ball over and just play rebel defense. Play rebel football the way we know how.
Coach, best of luck in practice this week and the game Friday night. We look forward to talking again next Monday night.
You go Rebel.
Boyle County head football coach Justin Hacks. His Rebels are now, 25-1?
Yeah.
Under him, or 26-1? 26-1 now. Crazy. So we'll see if they can make it 27-1 Friday. Again, as Rick said, that is a later kickoff because Henderson County has a pretty far trip to make from Western Kentucky here to Boyle County. So be an 8 o'clock kickoff and a game we'll have on Z105. Garrett County head football coach Spencer Crutchfield joins us now. Coach, your Golden Lions put up a season-high 26 points in a 49-26 loss to Middlesboro. How did your offense look?
We played well, at times. We turned the ball over 5 times, which, you're not going to win very many football games when you do that. So, we moved the ball up and down the field, and we had some execution here and there. We just got to take care of the ball. Fumbling, we fumbled it twice inside the red zone and threw an interception inside the red zone. So, got a lot of positives that we can look at, but we definitely have a lot of stuff we can work on as well.
Yeah, Malachi Simmons had a big game for you all, and in the absence of Austin Adams, 171 rushing yards, a rushing touchdown. Hayden Elliman had a massive game in the receiving game as well, and then Justin Parsons threw 2 touchdown passes. But you mentioned you cut down the turnovers there near the end zone. You give yourself a chance to win, don't you?
Yeah, we Malachi definitely stepped up, and Hayden stepped up for us, and Justin's getting better every game. He's just a freshman and not really ever played quarterback until this year, so we kind of threw him in the fire, So he's definitely getting better every week as well. And we've had some guys step up and starting to take on some leadership roles. So, we're 0-3 right now, but we definitely feel like we're getting better each week. And, there's a lot of positives to take out Friday.
Did you all recover 4 fumbles as well defensively?
We did, yes.
Yeah, so, you turn the ball over 5 times, but you recover 4 fumbles. You just eliminate a couple of those turnovers. You certainly give yourself a better chance to win the game. I was talking with someone who was at the game, Coach, on Friday, texting this person and wanted to know what the score was. And he had mentioned what the score was, but he said, the guys played really hard. Do you think the guys, the same thing, they're giving you great effort?
Yeah, that's if they don't play hard, we're not giving ourselves a chance to win the football game. So that's expected, and and that's always a good thing. If you have to coach effort, you have to ask if they're playing hard. You're usually not going to be very good. So yeah, definitely, think our guys play hard. But once again, we're not in it for moral victories or effort victories. We're in it to try to win the football game. So we definitely just have to get back to work today and try to clean those things up.
Last week, Coach, when I called the Danville-Garrett County game, I mentioned multiple times throughout the broadcast just the number of players that you will have playing big roles that are young guys, freshmen and sophomores. So, these are young guys. They're continuing to get better, and the future continues to look great for you all, and sometimes there's going to be learning curves.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very inexperienced, and that's just part of it, and we're not very healthy at this point. We had 2 guys. We obviously have lost Austin probably for the year. Hopefully he gets back towards the end of the year, but we don't know. And then, of course, we had Cam Peak out, and he's one of our explosive guys last week. And we also had Nate out as well, one of our linebackers, starting linebackers. So definitely, we've got to keep building those younger guys up and, getting them experience, and that's good for them later on down the road.
You got Western Hills, Coach. This is a team that's 0-3. They've given up a ton of points defensively. What do you expect to see out of their defense?
I think they're going to give us, mainly a 4-3. That's kind of what they base out of. And, they're aggressive. They try to get after you, and they bring a lot of pressure. And a lot of times if, you're able to get by that first wave, you can make some big plays, and that's kind of what's happened to them here in these first 3 games is they gave up a lot of big plays. So, hopefully we're able to exploit that as well this week.
Offensively, what do you expect to see?
They're going to run, they'll get in a lot of spread sets and run a lot of jet sweep and actions off jet sweep. They'll do a little RPO game and quarterback run. But, it's basically if you've watched Western Hills over the year, Coach Miller, he's done the same things for years. So they're continuing to do that this year as well.
Yeah, this is a team I mentioned that is 0-3, but they've lost to a 3-0 Great Crossing team. They lost to Franklin County, who we know is a contender every year in 4A, and then they lost to Dayton, who's 2-1. So in terms of the teams they played record-wise, they've lost to some pretty good teams.
Yeah, I mean, those first 2 teams are unbelievable talents, and the Dayton team just is physical and gets after you. So we know we have our hands full. They're kind of young and thin, just like we are. So we got to make sure we do a good job this week preparing our guys and be ready for a battle.
Coach, what's the keys to a victory Friday night to beat Western Hills for the first win of the season for you all?
Well, one of our things is, and like I told you, we got to clean up turnovers and make sure we capitalize on every opportunity that we have, and we just got to worry about us and make sure we're getting better day in and day out, and we're able to do that. Hopefully we're going to put ourselves in position to win.
I'll put it up top. And that was Garrett head coach Crutchfield, and you are getting it on WHBN 99.5, WHIR 103.9. It's called the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. 2 medium pizzas. How many toppings, Joe?
1.
1 topping.
Yes.
All right, it's $5.99 each. You can order ahead, come and get it, or you can eat in. 859-734-5143. When we come back, we'll have Danville head coach Peach and Mercer County coach Yeast right here on WHR, WHBN, and streaming live at hometownlive.net.
Is your vehicle in need of maintenance or repair? Perhaps you work a full-time job, have kids to run here and there, and can't be without your vehicle for days. We at CC Auto understand. We offer free pickup and delivery and same-day service on most all repairs. Let us take some of the load off your shoulders. Call CC Auto now at 734-9515. 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
Imagine what it feels like to be a hero every day. You can make a difference in the Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
Join the Coast Guard or Coast Guard Reserve. Save lives, stop drugs, protect the environment. Call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG.
Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
Call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG. The Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
This is Jason Tyler, loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Harrodsburg. Communication is key. That has always been my motto. Communicating with my customers, finding the best rate, and keeping my customer informed during the entire loan process is something that you can count on. Call me today at 859-734-3316 and let Whitaker Bank help you with your lending needs. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Matt from Job Master Rental. Most of us may have some weekend free time, so when you find yourself looking at a home project, come see us at Job Master. We'll get you the right tool for any job. We can help you tackle home improvement projects to major construction and everything in between. Take advantage of our weekend special, 1-day rental from 3 p.m. on Friday to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. From all of us at Job Master, go Rebs. Visit us at jobmasterrental.com. We have 2 convenient locations in Danville and Lebanon. Let us help master your job.
If you use electric appliances in the bathroom, garage, or outdoors, any place where moisture is present, you need a GFCI. The folks at your local electric cooperative want you to know that a GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupter, will help you use those appliances safely by protecting you from electrical shocks. If you'd like to learn more about GFCIs, call your local electric cooperative. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Saturday night. Touchdown! Touchdown! Kentucky! Coach Stoops and the Cats begin SEC play under the lights in Gainesville. This is it! Florida Gators and your Kentucky Wildcats.
A pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5 with kickoff at 7.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM Z105.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
Appreciate that, Robert. We're live here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, home of the 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, $5.99 each. That is for pickup or carry out. Oh, that's the same thing, isn't it? Pickup and carry out is the same thing. Or I guess you can pick it up and eat it in.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
You can dine in with that deal as well. 734-5143. That is not for delivery. 734-5143. Let's talk Danville football with head coach of the Admirals, Mark Peach. And coach, your Admirals took on a very good Boyle County team in the return of Titletown, 41-7.
Oh, sure. I mean, they're outstanding. They have another opportunity to win the state championship in 4A, but yeah, we didn't play the way we wanted, but I was proud of our guys, you know. I mean, just given the circumstances, you know, we had a lot of young guys that got some experience. You know, at halftime we challenged the guys to get some stops and try and get a touchdown on the board, and then we were able to do that. So, you know, I mean, this game really doesn't have any impact on us. You know, I'm seeing the district players seeding for the playoffs, so we'll just learn from it, grow from it, and move on, because Mercer County is going to be a challenge for us.
A couple of bright spots for you all. First of all, I thought defensively, Richard Norris played very well for you all defensively.
Yeah. Well, we listen. Yeah, Richie, I thought played well. We were, you know, we did get some turnovers in there. And we had Brady, I think, made a great play on a tip pass for an interception. Our defense got some stops down there that held them out on a couple of fourth downs. There were certainly some things we can take away from this game. I thought in the kicking game we had 2 tight punts. You know, where we're able to get the punt off, even though they were bringing pressure. If you were watching college football last night, which I was, you know, the LSU Florida State game. I mean, the kicking game is just, it's always such an important element of any game. So, yeah, I mean, there's things we can take away, positives, and then things we didn't do well, trying to work on those things.
Now, Coach, what did you tell him after the game? Because you had mentioned, you know, it's a big game for the city, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just a game. And if you go back and look at that 2000 team, they lost 47-0 to Boyle County and went 14-1 and won a state championship. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's important to the city, but you just move on to the next game, don't you?
Yes. I mean, and particularly, you know, when, you know, like I said, we're just not in, you know, district play. You know, we're 2A, they're 4A. And also, you know, I mean, I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, of course, I think, you know, your wife is from Hancock County. You know, when I was at Hancock, we lost to a pretty good football team called Fort Tyler's Highlands, 50-15 in my first game ever. You know, so it didn't go too well that night, you know. But they were outstanding. You know, I'm saying Highlands wasn't. They won the state championship that year in their classification, and we were, you know, Class A Hancock. But we just had a really nice group of guys that, you know, bought into what we were trying to do, and we really playing really good football at the end of the season. Got to the tournament, got hot, and we got to the state finals that year. So, you know, really, it's just all about the journey, and like what I've been trying to preach, you know, the whole season. Just trying to get the mentality. All the games are important in the regular season, non-district and district play, but it's about learning as much as you can to play your best football at the end come tournament time.
Coach, you got Mercer County coming up on Friday. This is a Titan team that's 1-2. Could easily, though, be 2-1. They played Tates Creek tough that first week of the season. Their quarterback, Thaddeus Mays, pretty much does it all for them. He can throw, he can run, he's a playmaker, he's athletic. Let's start off with him. How do you stop Thaddeus Mays?
Man, it's not going to be easy. I mean, he is just, you know, just run like crazy on everybody. He's passed well. He improvises extremely well. He breaks tackles. I've seen multiple plays where he broke more than 5 tackles on any given play. You know, so you know we're going to have to really work together in concert as far as, you know, what angles, who has contained, you know, who's trying to fit from the inside out with him. You know, they spread the ball out equally among the receivers. They have good hard runners. But he is as good a quarterback as we'll see individually all season. So, again, here we are again, just trying to get ready for another, non-district opponent. They're 3A, we're 2A. Going to be on the road. I know they usually have a pretty good, home crowd. We've had a really good, crowd, by the way, too. I want to thank our fans. Just the 2 away games and the home game. I thought we had, a great crowd. They're very positive, very loud for our guys. So hopefully we can have another good crowd this week.
Yeah, not a far trip at all. 15 minutes or so north up the road. So not a bad trip. Coach, offensively, besides Thaddeus, what do they like to do offensive, talking about sets and all that?
Yeah, they're very well balanced. They have their screen game. They have RPOs, which Thaddeus does a nice job with. They have play actions in there too. That they equally distribute the ball. I mean, it's not, sometimes you play somebody, there's really only one guy they're looking at the whole time. But they do try to throw to who's open, So, they have, more than one running back that rotate in there. They all run hard. Offensive line does a nice job. Coach East has done a nice job. I mean, it's a nice, offensive system that he's implemented year one.
What do you expect to see out of them defensively?
Pretty much, a 4-4. They will show some 3-man front, but they're very sound defensively. Listen, I think you made a good point. They very easily could be 2-1. They played Tate's Creek, who's 6A, and really, had them on the ropes, and probably should have won that football game. So, listen, we expect quite a contest against these guys. So we just need to, take it one day at a time in our preparation each day, so we can have the best week we can in preparation for the game to play our best come Friday.
Last question for you, Coach. The one we always end with: what's the keys to a win on Friday to move to 3-1?
Yeah, I mean, it's usually who can run the ball, who can stop the run on the other side. You look at the turnover margin, and then the kicking game. You don't have to be flashy; you just have to be steady. So those are things I usually look at going into any game.
Danville Coach Peaches, Mercer Coach Yeast. Big, much-needed win over the kids, coaches, and fans across the cross-county rival, Anderson County, 49-14.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It feels good to get a win, but what I'm really happy about is for our players and coaches, all the hard work that everyone has put in for us to get the win. I'm happy for our players and for our coaches.
And Coach, it wasn't too many years ago that Anderson County had Mercer's number, and they just beat Mercer every year. So it's great you continue that tradition of pounding Anderson County back and giving it back to them.
Well, all we're trying to do is win football games and develop our young men the right way, and that's a great step in the right direction for us to get a win. I wasn't a part of any of those games in the past. All I know is what we're doing right now, and we started off on the right foot this year. We beat Anderson County, and hopefully if we continue this game in the future, hopefully we can get a few more wins as we move forward in the future.
You and I talked about how contagious winning and losing is. Hopefully this is going to be so contagious it just spreads throughout the roster here, and everybody just loves how that win feels.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it helps us build confidence, and one of the things that I feel like we need is confidence, and winning always helps a team with confidence. It gets everybody a little bit more excited about football. So we're gonna keep trying to plug away and keep trying to win football games.
What can you say, Coach, about the game Thaddeus Mays? 10 out of 15 passing, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns, 120 yards rushing, and 3 touchdowns.
He had a really good game. He continues to get better as we move forward. That's what we're looking for with him. He has definitely improved. So the more he improves, the better off we are. He really ran the ball well. He threw the ball well. I think 10 of 15, I think 3 of those were dropped. He had a really good game.
And, you had 11 catches. You had 6 different players catch at least one pass, if not 2. A couple caught touchdown passes. So, again, that's good for your offense to be able to rush for touchdowns, but also to catch the ball in the end zone, too.
It is. I mean, it really does make a difference. Like I said, man, we're heading in the right direction. We still got a long way to go. Still got a lot of things to fix. But I'm just happy with the way our kids played. I'm happy with a lot of individual performances from our players. There's some things that, like I said, not very happy about with some of our individual performances. But overall, a win is a win, and it's always great to go in and correct mistakes after a win and correct mistakes after a loss.
How did you come out health-wise after the game?
I think we came out pretty good. Hopefully, we'll get Morgan Pennington back this week, and I think that'll help us on the offense and the defensive side of the ball. But for the most part, I think we're healthy, and we'll see how the week goes, and hopefully we stay that way. We got a big one coming up this week.
Boy, you do, and Danville's always been a traditional power. Now, they got beat by Boyle 41-7, but that's a different class. Boyle County is just so tough, again, as they always are. And Danville does have a lot of speed. What concerns you about their offense, Coach?
You said it. What concerns me the most is just the fact that they have a lot of speed. We don't have a lot of speed, so we got to do a really good job of making sure that everybody does their job. We get lined up right. We play harder than they do. We play with great effort. But more importantly, we got to do what we're coached to do and do our job and not try to do somebody else's job in the process. And, I'm concerned about their speed. They got a lot of guys that can make plays. They got a lot of guys that can run.
Well, they do for a fact. You got a young quarterback there, did not have a good game against Boyle County's defense. He's got 4 interceptions and 1 touchdown pass. Do you envision trying to put more heat on him, Coach, to maybe force him into some mistakes?
Well, I think what we need to do is really win on first and second down and get them in a situation where they have to throw the ball. He is a young guy. One thing that he can do is he can also run. He's very, very athletic. So I don't want the simple fact that he's thrown a couple interceptions to take away from the fact that he's a really, really good athlete. He's someone that we have to take away, and we got to be smart. And if we can get lucky enough for him to throw us the ball once or twice, then that'll help us tremendously.
What defensively, what do you expect from Danville against your offense?
I expect them to line up and come after us, to be honest with you. Again, they're very athletic at every single level. They have pretty solid defensive line. They got linebacker number 32 back there that he is a really, really good football player and a tackling machine. And then they got a lot of athletes in their secondary. So I think they'll probably line up and play us some man coverage and try to heat us up and as much as possible. And we just got to be smart enough to recognize everything that they're doing and try to execute our assignment.
Now, you talk about special teams. On kickoffs and punt returns, you guys have really got to be solid because, again, that speed can kill you.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that we put a lot of effort into last week, and we'll continue to put a lot of effort into our special teams. I'll say it every week. Special teams can win or lose you a game at any time. That's a play for 4 to 6 seconds. We're asking our young men to give us a complete and total effort for 4 to 6 seconds and then get off the field and make the play. So we'll continue to work on special teams because, yes, it can win or lose you a game quickly.
Now, how confident right now does Jace Kokenar feel? 7 for 7 at extra points. That has to feel good.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with our kicking game. I think we have 2 really, really good kickers. I know Jace kicks most of the extra points, and he's our punter. He didn't get a chance to punt the ball very much last week, but the week before, I think he had 2 punts that were well over 50 yards. So he's got a boomstick, and we're just really happy about our kicking game right now.
Last question, Coach. What's it going to take for Mercer County Titans to come home with a victory over the Danville Admirals Friday night?
We got to do our job. We got to play more disciplined, more fundamentally sound, and we have to play harder than our opponent every single play. And I think if we do that, that'll give us an opportunity to win the football game. But we have to do all those things and eliminate as many. Go Titans.
There it is, Mercer County head football coach Craig Yeast. Very quickly, the schedule Friday, Henderson County at Boyle. That is an 8 o'clock kickoff on Z105. Danville at Mercer County, 7:30 kickoff on WHBN and WHIR. Garrett County at Western Hills, 7:30 kickoff on HometownLive.net. And on Saturday, UK is at Florida, 5 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff on Z105.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Be Good Sports Fans has been another live sports presentation from the Hometown Radio Network. Thank you, Robert Wagner.
This has been the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agents in Danville and Harrodsburg, CC Auto Parts and Service, Whitaker Bank, Job Master Rental, and Pizza Hut. Join us every Monday evening at 6 during football season for the Pigskin Report on the Hometown Radio Network and hometownlive.net.
This is WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, broadcasting on AM 1420 and now FM 99.5. Now, the news.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Brian Shook. A Florida judge wants a list of potential special master candidates submitted to her by Friday. That person would be charged with reviewing documents seized from former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. The individual's duties and limitations must also be determined by Trump's lawyers and the Department